Hello and welcome back to the Business Success Podcast with myself, Adriana Cheshire, and
Jonathan Keeble.
Today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that I think you probably know already that we're really passionate about, which is actually combining your marketing and HR into one, which is to say, if you're saying something in your marketing, it's really important that you have the right team to deliver on those promises. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for your business. So there's many benefits as to why you should combine your marketing and your HR into one, which is why 67% of best-in-class companies do that. It's a very powerful strategy. And it's also why we created our 1-4 strategy, which we won, we came runner-up, didn't we, in the Global Entrepreneur X Factor Awards, which we're really proud of.
That's second in the global thing,
yeah,
so that's really
it's close
cool.
As, isn't it? And we've got a certificate on the wall, so we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 1-4 strategy is essentially combining your marketing and HR. And why would you say in your own words that's really important for any business?
Well, the thing is, if you haven't got your marketing, your people joined up, okay. And first of all, if we just go back to the basics, you've really got to define your marketing. That's what your marketing promise is first.
Yes,
okay?
You have to really think about it.
So what is it you're trying to do, whether it's a service or products? What is it you're trying to do and get into the market? And to do that, you have to be really clear and do this exercise, I think, every time. Just look at actually what is the demand for that product or service, and look at it like low-hanging fruit off the tree. What's the easiest for the customer to take? Because cash flow is really important in business, especially through some of these difficult times that we're going through. And think of what's easy to sell. What does the customer want? What do you enjoy delivering? So it might be a product you're making, it might be a service you're delivering. Because if you don't enjoy it, the chances are you're not going to do a good job at it.
True.
If you don't enjoy it, the chances are your staff won't enjoy it either, because they will get that vibe off you that you don't enjoy giving that service, you don't like doing that product, and that'll just scale down to them.
Definitely.
So it's all about the positivities, making sure you got the right product, you understand the customer, you understand the market, and you actually are leading with something that has a market demand for, do you actually like doing, that makes you money.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and you can repeat the process, and it's very easy process to repeat. So
said.
Well,
brilliant.
thank you very much. But define your marketing promises is really important, and then you go into how do you deliver that marketing promise, and that's where you need to join the people up with your marketing.
It's not as separate as you'd think, is it, your marketing and your HR? You think they're two completely different departments.
No, well, you've heard about that thing. Sorry.
Just what you said then, it shows how clearly the two are very much linked.
Yeah, and you've heard that thing, getting the right product in the right place at the right time, right? In the right location.
Yeah.
In the right condition.
Yeah.
Can we add any more?
Sounded like my marketing degree again. It's like
yeah,
back to uni.
There's probably about 5 things there, but the point is, you might create this marketing promise, and then you've got the person who's going to sell that marketing promise.
Salespeople.
Yeah, and you've probably got about 5 people who are going to have an influence in actually delivering that promise to the end client.
Okay.
So you've got to get them engaged with the salesperson to give the right experience to that client. So there's no point just having a good salesperson and you've got a bad delivery driver.
Yes.
Or the order picker picks the wrong product.
Yeah.
Or it's damaged and it goes out. Or in actual fact, it's priced wrong. All those things really do matter.
Yeah.
Because if everyone in your team is engaged, because you and I know, right, it takes a long time to get a good customer.
It does.
Ever so easy to lose them.
Really, yeah, it takes longer to get them than it does to lose them.
Yeah, you can lose them straight away just on it, and quite often they could do a number of things. They just say that's it, we're moving on, or they make an
just
excuse
after one,
or whatever.
even no matter how small the mistake could be, that could be it for the customer, which is fair enough.
And I think I think it's all about building on that customer service, and when things go wrong, reacting to it. So I remember
good point.
Yeah, I remember I was in the electrical wholesaling game.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
Reading. Yeah, thank you for that. In Reading, I was managing a depot in Reading, and also one in Nottingham, and on both occasions, a client put me on the spot, all right, and they'd been let down by the team on a certain product they needed,
Right.
and it come to me. And generally, these problems always happen on a Friday afternoon. You ask any electrical
Typical.
wholesaler, it always happens on a Friday afternoon. You let them down, and they need it by that weekend, or they need it by the Monday morning.
Yes,
And if
it's
you
tight
don't,
timescale.
you know that they're going to start going elsewhere and so forth. So the thing is, when that happens, you do have to step in. You have to rally your team together. You have to put it right.
Take ownership.
You do. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. That's a good
So,
one. Yeah,
yeah,
take
as a
ownership of
company.
it and put that right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
That's
remember
really
one we did
important.
for Heathrow Airport, where if we hadn't got the products out there, they were going to have to close down the flights
Right.
coming to Heathrow Airport, which would put a lot of stress on them,
Yeah.
and we'd have lost the client, but we managed to pull it
Huge.
out the bag and get what they needed by the
Yes.
time. And another one where a client was sending a load of control gear out to Canada, and they'd been let down by one product, and I got involved. I was able to locate it in Germany and put it on a plane and come into Heathrow Airport and get one of the guys to check it in on a Saturday for me to actually have it ready for the Monday to go to Canada on the Tuesday, sort of thing. So the point is, you have to sometimes step in,
Yes.
and that builds customer trust. And when you
does.
win that customer trust, the chances are they'll do more with you,
Yeah.
because they know that in actual fact everyone makes mistakes. But the thing is, with a marketing promise, you must repair that mistake before it becomes a major issue to that customer.
Definitely. Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, on that one, what do you think about the team? If we make mistakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gosh, I've
But
made
you'll
mistakes.
tell me your mistake. I'll tell you my mistake.
Yes.
We put our heads together and we correct it before it becomes a customer
Absolutely.
problem.
Yeah, we deal with it right then and there.
Yeah.
And we say to our clients as well, and we've had this question a number of times, what do I do when I get a negative review? That's very public
Yeah.
thing, whether it's a Google review or Check a Trade, whatever it is. If someone leaves you a negative review, well, what do I do then? Some people just want to ignore it. Some people are just like, how do I delete it right away? Which more often than not, you can't.
Yeah.
Our advice is always, you just have to take ownership for it and respond in a polite and professional manner, and just suggest that you take it offline to resolve the issue, kind of thing. So there always has to be that communication there. But as like you said, we're all human. We all make mistakes. The important thing is we own up to it as soon as we can, and we just come up with a plan and a solution to at least rectify it as quickly as we can, really.
And I think
we always have done, haven't we?
And it's a communication part of it that you've got to get wrong. When you know something's going wrong, quite often, the more notice you give your client,
yes,
the better they can actually change what they're doing or inform their customer.
Exactly.
It's when you don't let them know and they turn up and they're ready to do something and you haven't delivered on your promise, then in actual fact that becomes a big issue. Because then they're losing money. They're having to pay people to be on site without the goods or the service that they need to deliver to their clients, which actually has a big blowback onto yourselves.
And then they don't trust you really in the next instance that something might happen for you to be honest with them. And I think the worst thing you can do as an employee or as an employer is put your head in the sand and hope the problem will go away, or feel too ashamed or embarrassed to say anything, because the problem's not going to go away. It's just going to build up. People are going to find out eventually, and then by that point it'll be too late to even try to win back that customer. So always never overpromise and underdeliver.
I know. And that's why we're quite unique, because we're an HR company, we're a marketing company. We put it together into one force strategy. Okay, because we believe how important it is that people deliver on the marketing promise.
Definitely.
And the thing is, it is the communication with that customer that is key. But also it's really important that we're actually letting those people in our team know that they are delivering on that marketing promise and what the end result is, and giving any feedback, positive or good, back to them so we can improve on. So it's about measuring ourselves all the time, because we might have done well, but could we have done better? And I know for a fact, when we go in and see clients and so forth, we always take 5 minutes out and say, what did we do well?
What could we do better?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're always critiquing ourselves.
It's always reflecting, isn't it?
But it's also good to actually engage the customer in that as well. For a good marketing, you need to know from them how well they think you're delivering
Yeah.
and what results they're getting from it and how they're improving.
Yes. That's your customer feedback is the most important thing you can get.
And you can
Which is
measure
why I
that.
really advocate for that.
But then you've got to go back to the whole team and pass that information on to them.
Definitely. There's no point just keeping it to yourself, is there?
No.
And so if you're coming up with your unique selling points, your marketing messages, and it could be something as simple as we will answer the phones between 9 till 5.
Yeah.
That could be one of your marketing promises. Well, you actually have to let the people know who are answering those phones, look, it's really important that one, do you think that you can deliver on this promise? And two, that you do deliver on this promise if you say you can. So you have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
And it can be really as small as that.
Yeah. And one thing I like that we do with our clients, all right, we set up a WhatsApp group with our clients. So you're on it, I'm on it, they put on who they want on it.
Yes.
Okay. And then literally, if there's anything any points they want to raise, any ideas they want to raise, or anything like that, any concerns they've got, or if they've got it could be an issue with an employee, it could be a marketing, it could be an operational, it could be anything to do with the business. They can put it on
We never know what we're going to get, do we?
every day.
Every day is different.
Every day is a learning day, and every
is.
day is fun day because
Yes.
we enjoy it.
Yeah. But we are very responsive.
Yeah, but I mean, the beauty of that is I always believe that it's very good for our clients to, when they have an idea, to raise it, put it on WhatsApp, because quite often it gives us time to have a look at it and come up with a response instead of them storing it all up, let's say for a month's time or something, or a weekly
just doesn't
meeting.
work.
It doesn't.
No.
It's actually, if you've got a thought, share it now. And what we can do, we can give an answer, or we can say, that's not appropriate.
Here's another solution.
Yeah, exactly. Here's
we
another
can
solution.
offer another way.
So I think that's good. And I think people working with each other, having WhatsApp groups like that work, as long as you're acting professionally and you're not putting in, you're being respectful.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally work related, definitely.
Yeah, totally work related.
Yeah.
And you're being respectful using it and so forth. So that'd be really good.
But it's interesting talking about your marketing and HR connecting, how actually that goes back to a podcast that we've recently done on company culture.
Yeah.
Actually about getting your team engaged, about the communication.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun in there as well.
Yeah.
So it's all intertwined, which is why I think we do go above and beyond other marketing companies and offer the culture, the HR stuff, the team stuff, the performance stuff.
Yeah, but some of our customers have gone the extra mile because they'll put us into a WhatsApp group with them, okay, between the management team. So that is a confidential WhatsApp. And then they'll attach us to the group WhatsApp, the team WhatsApp, so we understand what the team's challenges are and so forth. So in actual fact, we know how the company's operating and how they're feeling, and we'll know the concerns of the confidentiality of what the business owners are saying and so forth. I find that really, really powerful, because, we're listening to the concerns of the employees, and it could be just operational procedures out on site. There may be tradesmen and so forth. They may be having problems with sourcing goods, maybe having problems, completing a job and so forth, might not have the right resources, not enough people. Then that information, because we've been exposed to that, makes our conversations on a confidential level to management that much more effective.
Definitely, and we really do become part of our client's team, don't we?
Yeah, and we enjoy that, and because it's all confidential and so forth, and we're confidentially insured, that's just how we operate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, marketing, you love it, don't you?
I do, yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because it is my job. And it's like you said before, if you're not loving what you're doing, then that's going to show not only to your team but also to your customers. So I think it's important to be passionate about what you are doing. Yeah, no, I love marketing, but you love marketing as well.
I do love
you
marketing.
Always say that.
Yeah, I do.
I know you do a lot of HR and the team stuff, but marketing's like
I do love it because in actual fact, it's creating that promise and then getting the team to deliver on that promise. And so I enjoy the unique and innovative ideas of marketing, especially when you're trying to promote, a product and service. But then I like going back and seeing if that company has the right people in place and the right process in place to deliver that marketing promise to gain and retain customers who then tell others, come and use this company.
Yes.
And that's what I love about
Gain
it.
and retain,
It's a
isn't it?
whole circle
It is.
of activity
It is.
that's benefits the customer,
Yeah.
benefits the team,
Yeah.
benefits the business, and of course, the people who take all the risk, the business owner.
The business owner, yeah, you do actually. It's the business owner, that's very true.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, marketing's great. And when you're thinking of the messages that you're putting out there, it's important to make sure that they really resonate with your company values.
Yeah.
They stand out from the crowd, you stand out from your competition, and actually that you as a team agree on them as well.
Yeah.
And every now and then it's really good to reflect and review on what you are saying in your marketing and whether that needs to change or update. And how often would you say it's important to sit down with your team and kind of just say, look, are we delivering on our promises? Are there any barriers, any challenges? I know we have weekly meetings as a team. We pretty much meet every day.
I strongly recommend weekly meetings.
Yeah.
All right. You should be in close communication with your team, because longer than a week is too long.
Yeah.
All right. And what you should be saying, you should be covering, and make it really simple, your meetings.
Yeah.
What did we promise to do last week?
Yeah.
Did we deliver it?
Mm-hmm.
And if we did, what were the challenges? Could we have done better?
Yeah.
And what went wrong? And what could we have done better?
And
so forth. And because that's a learning thing, and it's not a blame culture.
No.
All right, it's actually saying, "Oh, we did this. We achieved it. We got paid, but was there anything on there that we could have done it faster?
Yeah.
Saved money, done it better."
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what was the customer's satisfaction to that?
Yeah.
And did they respond? And more importantly, did they give you a Google review?
Yes, I was literally about to say that, how important it is to ask for your customer feedback. You're not always going to get it, but it's no harm in asking. People are busy, they say yes and then they forget, which is fair enough. Just ask once or twice, whether it's via email or via the phone. Just, can you give us a Google review? Or even a written testimonial is just as good to use on social media. But definitely getting that customer feedback is really important, isn't it? Not only for the social proof to use in your marketing and show other customers that you are a really good company to use and work with, but also for your own benefit as a company.
Yeah.
How can we improve? What can we do differently?
Yeah.
Or actually, what are we doing really well? And let's give ourselves some credit for that and keep doing it.
Yeah. And also, at the end of the day, recognise those people are doing well, all right? And do something about those people who need to improve.
Yes.
Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to recognise good people so other people will be motivated to reach those levels. And if they're not, you're going to have to do something about those people who are totally disengaged, who are not interested, and so forth. So with those people, you've got two options. One is actually to train them, put them on some sort of improvement course.
Yeah.
And if they don't, and they don't, all they're going to do is drag the best performers back.
Yeah.
And
potentially lose some of your clients.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the risk.
It's not. So then you've got to take the hard decision is, do I need to put them down a disciplinary route? Yeah. And if you're doing that, make sure you do it properly.
Yes.
No shortcuts.
No.
Do it properly. Do the right process, because that way the rest of your team will be motivated that you're following the right system.
Absolutely motivated. That's a good word.
It is good, isn't it? Motivation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we love doing these podcasts on a Monday, don't we?
Yeah. Sets us up for the week.
It does, doesn't it?
Got the content ready for the week as well.
Yeah. And also it means that
means you can have a pasty on a Monday, and then you can have the rest of the week.
That's right. We do pass when we finish this. We head off and we pass a really good Cornish pasty shop, don't we?
You can't resist it. If you're driving past it, you've got to stop.
Yeah, we got to have the food. It's the food, isn't it? And we love Cornish pasties, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So trouble is, I can show that I've eaten a Cornish pasty and you don't.
It might catch up with me one day, Jonathan. For now, I will enjoy it as much as I can.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Adriana.
No, thank you. So there's a number of things that are really, really important and fundamental to growing your business, and your marketing and your team, your HR are two of those things. So as much as they can talk to each other, really powerful, really, really important. And if you want to chat about your marketing and or your HR, then of course we are here to do so. Thank you again for joining me, Jonathan.
Thank you very much, Adriana. It's off to the pasty shop now, isn't it?
Off to the pasty shop. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.